who will get selected first in this year's 2022 NFL Draft. Guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Brandon Mason. If it's your first time watching, please like and subscribe. We hit sports and big-time trending entertainment. I want to dial in right now so you guys can see what's going on with the top two quarterbacks in this year's 2022 draft. I'm going to pull a picture right now for you so you can take a look. Kenny Pickett on the left, University of Pittsburgh. I got my blue and gold on because I went to the school, loved the school. The guys are great, had a blast. I had a lot of coaching changes there from my position at the running back position. The head coach changes. Was not the same experience, but that's neither here or there. Kenny Pickett is a beast, breaking records, passing Dan Marino. He's one of the best to go to the school. He's doing that. I'm going to compare him right now to Malik Willis, the guy who might be number one or number two in this year's draft. He's got the ability, the size, the speed. Played at the University of Liberty. The Flames out there. Let's dial in and talk about these two players. So if you take a look at Kenny Pickett, the University of Pittsburgh, the bigger stage, the bigger stadium, the bigger noise, the atmosphere is different. When you play in a stage like that, the biggest, most important thing at the quarterback position is the film room. These guys are talented across the board, any team, whether you're Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, Michigan, Penn State, Florida State, Alabama, any team, it doesn't matter. Kenny Pickett is a beast, and he's showing that. How that film study and the work ethic in college is going to carry into the NFL. His speed won't really matter because he's more of a pocket passer. He can get around. We saw the fake slide. We saw some of these highlights. He did a great job playing. He can get around the field. Malik Willis, on the other hand, is more of a faster, shiftier guy from a speed perspective. Played at Liberty, smaller program, smaller stage. Played against some big teams, but a smaller stage. So that locker room, the camaraderie in college, big time. But let's talk about the film room. As a running back and a former player, I know what it's like to be in the locker room and then be in the film room. The studying is different. You know your position. You know some players around you. You know what's going on. You read the defense. Everyone's got to do that. But the quarterbacks are different. The quarterbacks have to be coaches on the field. They got to be people, read the defense. They got to turn around and they got to look at the offensive linemen. They got to look at the running backs. They got to look at the receivers. They got to make changes on the fly. They got to know what they're doing. They got to be smart, and they got to be in that film room, and they got to know what's going on more than everyone on the field. The studying at that level is big. Malik Willis is a quarterback that's mobile, more mobile, and I think the speed is going to help him. He can throw the ball. He can get around the field. If he has talent on his team, it's going to be important. The locker room and the mentorship and the film study is the most important. But I got to tell you, getting to that big stage, the National Football League, the speed is absolutely different. The game pace is moving quickly, less margin for error. And I just think these two players, whoever gets selected first, might have trouble depending on the team they go to. If you get picked first, you don't go to the best team. If you get selected first, you don't go to the best team. And I'll break that down in another video for you to understand how the draft works. But the first pick is someone who probably didn't do well last year, right? So that team is going to select you. Kenny Pickett, if you go first, you're not going to the top team. Malik Willis, if you go first, you're not going to the top team. So you have to understand, get into the organization that's going to help you gel and win football games. Being selected first might help you on payday. It might help you, for the short term with your financials, but that next selection might help you more with a team that's got some wins under the belt. They might have a better offensive line, and that's going to be important. That's going to be important for these two quarterbacks, and I don't know. Let's pull the picture up again because I want to show you one more time. They're both great players. The durability is important. The mentorship when they get to the league is important. Will they play right away? Will they grow under a quarterback? That's important. Will you grow under a quarterback? And that's important for the organization and also for these players to have their growth spurt in the mentorship and also the mentality of the NFL. So I think that's where they are. And as I break these two down and I look at these two players, I just go, man, let's understand this. The margin for error is small. The stage is big. The minute they get there, the hype, when they walk up on the stage and they say the pick is in and you're getting selected, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. If I had to pick a player, Kenny Pickett's my selection. I got my blue and gold and I went to the school. Love it. Love to see him do well. But if I'm an owner, and I'm selecting the player based upon pure talent and someone I need to win games, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. I'm excited to see what happens, not only on draft day, but on Sunday and Monday Night Football.